Alex, thanks very much for joining us post-match. A point on the road here in Reading. What's your initial assessment of the game?
It was a tough game. We knew it would be. They got a good home record here. But I thought the boys dug in and stuck together, and I think come the end of the season it'll be a good point gained.
Yeah, you mentioned it being a good point gain. Does it feel more like that than 2 points dropped and a really hard-fought one at that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean we had chances. They had a few chances, but we knew coming here would be a tough game. Early start, but I think the boys were at it, and like I said, they really dug in.
Another positive, of course, is yet another clean sheet in the league. Does it feel like you're in top form defensively at the moment?
Yeah, I mean we've got a good relationship, us four and Rocky at the back as well. So it's been good this season, but it's also a team effort. It's the lads up front doing the pressing, the organisation. So yeah, it's good to get another clean sheet. So we're happy with that, and then we move on to Tuesday.
As a team, you're able to get into the attacking third a good few times today. Was the frustration that perhaps you didn't do enough with those opportunities?
Yeah, I think so. We know the quality we got in the attacking areas. I think maybe one or two chances we probably could have scored, but I mean it was one of those days. And like I said, I think at the end of the season we'll look back on it. It'll be a good point going to.
The pitch out there as well certainly looked a little bit worse for wear, to say the least. Did that impact the way you were trying to play at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, wasn't the easiest on that surface, but I think the boys did the best they could, and yeah, just stuck with it.
Yeah. That being said, you have to give Reading credit for the way they were able to play, especially having been through what they have as a club.
Yeah, I know they got some good players, got a good style of play, and they caused us a few problems occasionally as well. But we had to stand up to that, and yeah, like I said, we put in the shift, and it's a good point.
Dykes, of course, has that huge chance blocked off the line in the second half. At that point, it must have felt like it just wasn't going to happen for you today.
Yeah, it's one of those days. He's apologising in the change room for it, but he doesn't need to. It's one of those things that happens. But he's in the right place to have the chance. But yeah, we move on now.
At the same time, Reading had a couple of big opportunities themselves, and Ryan Alsop ends up pulling off a couple of really good saves.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's what he's done all season. So yeah, when we need him, he's there, and obviously on the ball as well. We know the quality he's got. So yeah, it was a good game for him as well.
There's then that moment right at the end of the game where you've taken the ball down really well in the box and tried to square it. Was that just really well defensively played by Reading?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen quite a few bodies sort of come towards me, and I've tried to pick out Alfie, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, like I said, we just have to regroup and go again Tuesday.
Of course, really not nice to see Keshi Anderson, Lyndon Dykes and Scott Wright all coming off with what looked like nasty injuries. Will this be a chance now for the squad players to stand up?
Yeah, we know the quality of the squad we got. We know the players who are on the bench or players who haven't made the squad as well. We know the quality that's there. So it's obviously an opportunity, but then hopefully for those three, it's not too bad of injuries.
On a personal note as well, you've been asked to play a hell of a lot of minutes out there in what's been a really busy period. How have you found that challenge?
Yeah, it's been tough, but I've enjoyed it. It's been a long, hard season, but I've enjoyed every minute of it, and hopefully come the end of the season it's a successful one.
It's certainly been a great week at the club, qualifying for the Virtue Trophy final at Wembley. What's the atmosphere like around the dressing room at the moment?
Yeah, it's positive, but it's been like that all season. But we just the gaffer make sure that we're focused on the next game, because he always says that's the next important one. So come Tuesday we need to be on it, and yeah, get ready for another tough one.
Yeah, just finally, you mentioned Tuesday against Leyton Orient. How well have you dealt with these tight turnarounds so far this season?
Yeah, it's been tough, but I think as a footballer you just want to play games after games. So I mean, it's up to the boys now to recover and sort of get ready and get focused for that game.
Alex, thanks very much. Well played.